I didn't plan for this video, but yesterday I revisited my favorite match cuts of all times, the one from 1967, The Graduate, with Dustin Hoffman. I'm gonna show it to you in a moment, but actually before I do, I want to focus on how great and bold choices they made during the filming and editing of this movie. So the first scene that I want to show you actually uses overlap edits, and this is especially interesting because, like, you know, we probably heard those things that, like, good editing is invisible. Like, is it? Sometimes it is, but it depends on the situation, right? And the use of overlap edits, anytime they are used, is the opposite of invisibility. It's so striking, it accentuates every cut, like it takes you out of the zone in a way. So let me show you how the original cut works and what probably would be a clean cut, and let's compare the two. Okay, so let's watch the original first.
Oh, God. Oh, let me out.
Don't be nervous.
I mean, wow, right? So let's see what a clean version would look like. The one that would be probably the safest choice. Let's see how this would work.
Oh, God. Oh, let me out.
Don't be nervous.
It works, right? But is it the same? Does it, like, accentuate that moment enough? There are those edits that are, I don't know, like dirty, that just work because they are dirty and because they break the rules of continuity, and I think that's the most exciting, the most sexy aspect of editing films. The next one is the match cut. I'm not gonna change anything here because this cut is just perfect. My favorite match cuts of all times, I think, like maybe one of the favorites, but like top of the list, definitely. So let's see it.
Ben, what are you doing?
Yeah, and we also get an interesting J-cut over here, right? With his father's voice coming in early.
Well, I would say that I'm just drifting here in the pool.
Why?
Notice how long we stay on his father here, right? This is also an interesting choice. Once again, not an obvious one.
Well, it's very comfortable just to drift here.
It's an amazing scene. I love it. Okay, and the next one is just something that I've noticed that I just want to point out. So look at this shot. He's filmed on a very long lens. You know, the camera is following him as he sits by a fountain, right? And let's see how it plays out. Nice zoom out, right? Very noticeable again. And then we get like a crossfade, like a kind of a match frame cut, which uses cross dissolve. And you can see that the position between the shots is not perfect, right? The fountain is over here. In the next shot, it's much lower. The shot is just framed differently. And obviously these days you would just reframe it digitally. It takes like 1 minute to do it, right? Back in the days, 55 years ago, I guess technically it was doable, but at the same time it was not so easy, right? So the choice is like, do you spend like a lot of time to make it right, or do you just do it because it will work emotionally anyway, even though people will notice that it's not perfect? And I think that so many times, and by the way, this is not an advice for you, it's an advice for myself, and it's just a thought that I'm sharing with you. So many times I am tempted to just go with the clean version of the cut. Even if I like something emotionally, like if it's not technically perfect, I will, like, you know, I will be very hesitant to use it in the final cut. But this reminds me that if it works, it works. And, you know, sometimes those nitty-gritty, like, dusty... My point is not that you should, like, neglect those technical issues, things like that. No, of course not. My point is that just sometimes you just have to take a risk, you know? just take a risk sometimes. Okay, and the last one, the last example, how they have made really bold editing choices that I really love and admire is in one of the final scenes, like it's kind of the final scene, the climax of the film, right? Let's see how they tell that story emotionally. Amazing camera work, by the way. This is not all just editing. This, like, you know, perfect zoom, like... And then this great moment when she has her thought process illustrated by a few cuts, right? So the first one, again, with the zoom, right? Just mouths moving, no audio, just picture. And to her newly married husband, like, sorry for the spoilers. And then she makes her choice, screams, and we get silence. So beautiful, so pretty, so many bold editing choices, something to learn from, something to be inspired by. And let me know, how do you like this format? Like, does it work or is it lame and I should not do it anymore? Let me know in the comments. And if you do like it, leave the like under the video. I really appreciate it. Till the next time.